Hi guys, for today's teardown we have this, the Spectra Physics EL1 trademark electronic level. So it is a laser level used on construction sites. Apparently it will draw a horizontal line all around the room for installing a drop ceiling, for instance. It is an item you see a lot on eBay at random prices. This one was almost free because it is apparently broken, so I took it just to see what is inside. So we have a big yellow box on the top, a regular tri-brake adapter plate like on a Theodolite or a Total Station. Maybe I will be able to use it for my Pentax Total Station where I am missing the adapter. We have 4 output glasses all around, apparently a rotating part inside, manual bubble levels to pre-adjust the level, and battery compartment here, power switch, out of level indicator if it is really too far out of level, and battery indicator. So apparently this thing will figure it out automatically if it is on level, and then it will draw a laser line all around the room. So let's try it. For this purpose I prepared a cable to plug on my power supply. So if I decrease the voltage, so apparently we have enough power, but not sure in fact. It is doing nothing. Just a bad contact problem here, and it is blinking onto out of level because yes, it is obviously out of level. So I adjust here. I adjust here a little bit, and there we are. So the thing is rotating here at the bottom, but I do not see any laser light obviously. So it must be the problem. There is no laser output, which is quite annoying because it is the whole goal of the device. Okay, so maybe we will find out what is wrong inside. Such items can be found new now everywhere. It is a common product you can find quite cheap. Not this model, but newer models. Okay, so we know what is the problem at least. So now let's take it apart. I will start by undoing this battery compartment, which is secured by 2 quarter-turn screws, more or less, but it is obviously doing bad contacts because it is quite worn out, this thing. So we have in here spots for 4D cells apparently in nickel cadmium. Fuse, switch the plug, and it is all. Yes, you can see the contacts are quite bad here obviously, and it is connected here with 2 golden dots, and it is all. About the tripod adapter, I will first put the camera overhead. Here we are. This tri-brake, apparently it is called plate, seems to be a very regular one. It will unlock here, and there is a provision to secure it with a screw here. You can see if you tighten the screw it will engage here and it will secure the whole device. So this part is made in Japan, apparently. No brand, but very regular tie-break adapter plate, very common. You see them everywhere on eBay used or new. Apparently this thing is worth quite a lot of money, but you can find on eBay Chinese knockoff for very cheap. I do not know what they are worth. Maybe I will order one to see exactly what it is going on. So this thing you can actually separate. If you unscrew all the way, you have a very fine thread screw here. If you unscrew all the way, it will separate in two parts. Here you have provision for a bubble level, which is not populated in this case, but very common part. And spoiler for you. 1 second here. Upcoming video. This one, branded Topcon. You can see it is quite similar. The same screws here, the same mount for the extra for the bubble level. You can see very similar, but this one is from another item and it will be quite good. Okay, so this I will keep in my stock, maybe for use. I have my Pentax Total Station, which is missing the adapter. I will see if it is compatible or not. Stay tuned at the end of the video for the suspense to discover it. So, we have here, you can see the mounts to the adapter, the manufacturer plate, excuse me, Spectra Physics, made in 1987, this thing, so quite old. Serial number 1066, there is a US patent number here for you playing at home. Made in Dayton, Ohio. Construction and Agricultural Division. We even have the street address. Okay, so the case is secured by security Torx screws, 8 of them. We have apparently adjustment screws here. We have super thick glass here on the rotating part here with your two bubble levels. So let's undo first the Torx screws. They seem to be Torx screws with imperial thread. At least the good thing with Torx screws is that you have only one set of various sizes. You do not have imperial and metric head Torx screws. Well, at least I believe, because here we have a Titan and it is working. Good to know. And by the way, this set of Torx bits is the Chinese Brop brand from Banggood. They are inexpensive and really the quality is quite decent for the price. I have no issues with them at all. I got the whole set of, they even have Imperial Allen. And everything you want, and really they are correct quality for the price if you need such bits. Sometimes you find Chinesium stuff is not too bad. It is quite the Russian roulette, but when you find a good brand, you know you can rely on it. Also the Sulev fasteners brand is quite good. We are done with the screws, so let's pop up the cover. Okay, one connector to undo here. Obviously this thing is very broken, you can see everything is falling apart in here. Here the connector just for the LEDs on the battery contacts. Quite thick plastic but quite old also. But it is becoming brittle apparently. So, what do we have in here? Okay, not a lot of electronics actually. Pretty serious metal work, you can see. With this wall mechanical contraption in the middle, which seems to be the wall system. Look at this, made with pride, EL1 team, Dayton, Ohio, USA. So what do we have? We have apparently here probably the laser diode on the top. On the then it is written invisible laser radiation. Why? It is quite weird because why use an infrared laser in a laser level? I do not understand this. We have a temperature overflow detector here apparently, something like this. Some super fine wires here going down. Here also. So probably they are part of a level sensing system because on the circuit board itself I do not see anything particular. We have apparently an optical pickup for the rotation speed, which is made with this little motor here, apparently branded. You can already see it is Maxon Switzerland, so very good motor. The adjustments here you can access from the bottom for fine tuning and calibration apparently. Screws all around to secure this part. Screws here. And it seems to be all Imperial. Okay, but before we take apart this part, I will attack a little bit at the bottom here to see what we have. I will just reinstall like this. I am interested in here. I did already pop or lose the big circlip. And we have apparently screws, so it is a whole set of different Allen screws in this thing. I want to see what is going on in here. If I can pop off this big circlip. Excuse me. Okay, not too bad. Big, apparently washer here. Will it come off? I have no idea. We have this, very oily and dirty, this. It will rotate and it will give access to the 3 Allen screws done in here with Imperial head. So let me try to find the correct key for this. It is always the problem with Imperial screws because I have quite a selection here and it is not enough. If it is not enough, I have another selection here for the smaller sizes, and these are unobtainium, guys. I got them onto radio spares, but really expensive and hard to find. It is the only place where I was able to locate the smaller sizes of Imperial. Really a pain. Okay, we are quite weird. Is it metric after all, this one? Huh. Yes, so these screws here are metric apparently, while all the other ones are pure US Imperial sizes. So I will try not to mix the hardware, because this thing obviously is not going back together. Yes, seems to be a metric thread here. If I want a laser level, I will purchase a new laser level with a proper tripod and everything. So what do we have in here? I hope there is not a big pressure spring or something like this. We will find out. Maybe it will be quite fun if something explodes at my face in the video, but I do not believe it. Everything bad can happen. Okay, it is, the wall part is coming off now. Okay, whoa, quite dirty. It almost looks like cockroach poo, but no, just dust. Yes, a lot of dust, sand or something like this. And at least we got access to 3 extra Torx screws that may be necessary to undo. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with the top piece. I will first remove the circuit board to get it out of the way. I will try to figure out what is what. So just 2 screws here, very Imperial ones here. 2 connectors left. And we have this board. Not much on it really. 3 resistor networks, 1 IC, 3 potentiometers, the infrared pickup for the motor speed. So I guess this one will adjust the speed of the motor, and this one will adjust the voltage to the laser diode. One weird number IC here with a weird manufacturer logo, and even more weird, you can see the date code 88, while the device is dated 87. So maybe it was replaced, or it is an upgrade or something like this. Very old school tinned tracks here, like an old 5-inch floppy disk drives and old hard disks and old circuit boards from the 80s. Spectra Physics CAD incorporated. Nothing else, so I do not see a lot of things related to the sensing of automatic sensing of a level. Quite interesting and weird. So now I will undo the motor first to get it out of the way also. So you have here, you can see the wire with going here with a super mega tiny weird size of screw. That will be a pain to figure out. is this size. Yes, I am lucky. Well, in fact I did already pre-select a little bit my tools previously, but you can see it is really quite a pain anyways. So obviously all the hardware will be saved here because such hardware is Enoptenium. Look at this. Okay. And now I should be able to unscrew the motor thanks to my trusty set of Imperial sockets. Of the totally oversized ratcheting thing here. The motor will come over here like so, out of the way. Interesting little bracket to keep it in place on little belt. So about the motor itself, no, the correct size of course. This one maybe. Okay. As I said, expensive Maxon DC motor made in Switzerland. So for something made with pride in USA, we have a Swiss motor, we have Japanese plate, we have what else? Sensor here made in Mexico. The potentiometers here are Burnsdale. Okay, some American brands here at least. Motorola. Okay, now I should be able to undo the 3 bolts here. Now they should release the whole mechanical assembly. Not even tight. Very easy to undo. I believe these are threaded rods. I will be able to extract also. Okay, it is coming off like such. We have a lance here, we have a whole thing here at this level, you can see. A set of interesting setup with thick pieces of glass. So really nice here, quite unexpected. So obviously the 3 screws at the bottom here will secure a ball bearing. The little belt here, well, I will undo them anyways because as it is not coming back together this thing. If I need a level, I will order a new one somewhere. Okay. Okay, yes, as I said, interesting. Little bit of dust in here, but you can see it could be possible to undo the black part here and it should come off, but we see already everything. We have on the sides here apparently some maybe to act as counterweights Yes, probably. Two bronze or brass plates. Something, or maybe even copper. Here also, a little bit of counterweighting to balance correctly the wall setup. And I do not know the purpose of this white sticker here. Okay, in here nothing left, except that it will be a nice stand to continue the teardown here. I will reinstall this, so it will be easier for me. Okay, so let's continue to take this thing apart. We will see how far we can go. First, O-ring, zip tie here. Okay. So obviously, I don't have the correct size of tool to undo what seems to... It will not help with the laser. A broken wire. But in fact I did try it previously. I believe I did already take it apart. The cable was not disconnected, and it was already not working, the laser. So I do not think it is the problem. If I think was correctly connected previously, so. But you can, as you can see, really loose connections here. So we have this completely oversized screw here, clamping a tube with, yes, just your regular laser diode. Really, this is an oversized screw here for this purpose. Look at this. Wow. And it is quite tight actually. Even super tight. Okay. Well, you get the idea. So, what next? We have another layer of screws to undo. Here apparently the super fine wire connecting this part to something at the bottom. Second one here. So I'm not sure it is the level sensing the system, but I do not see how it works exactly for now. We have the third one. Then we should be able to remove this plate, which will not improve a lot, but we have here grounding wire. So it must be part of the feedback system for a level. I will undo the other one here. A lot of imperial screws at least. It is good. Then this part. Not much here to see, I believe. For now. Wow. Very, very nice metal work you can see in this thing. Okay. This apparently they did use trims here to adjust the part. And now we have this unit in the middle. We need to separate in one way or another with these two remaining Allen screws. Sorry if it is a little bit long, this disassembly process, but it is really a first time for me. I take apart something like this, and I wanted to share it with you. I am still searching ideas of stuff I did not take apart previously. It could be completely new for me, but it is beginning to be harder and harder. Okay. Aluminium plate to be recycling. Then we have this plastic part. In here, by the way, nothing else interesting to undo for now. I will take it apart further, but you can see everything already. So all the aluminium at least will be put to the recycling. Plastic, sadly I have no real place where to recycle the plastic for now. It will go in the waste and will be burned out. Okay, so we have this assembly and this. Okay, one lens here obviously. Well, or one filter, something like this in glass. This with your adjustments, and it is all one Teflon seal here or something, spacer of some description. Okay, then we are left with apparently the core of the system. It seems that this white part is screwed on here with a super fine thread here, and then secured with black paint or something like this. So it is really the precision factory adjustment here, which I will win right now. I'll try to. We'll see if it comes off or not. Like so maybe. Okay. Second one. It is not the proper way to maintain this tool, by the way. Do not do what I do. In particular, if you want to reuse the level. Okay. It is coming off. Then we have one lens assembly. We have the other clamps to the little wires here that I can undo, but it will not give a lot more information. But anyways, everything is coming apart, so let's do it. Okay. And this one. So yes, 3 super fine wires. Ah, maybe I did just understand. This thing, when it is correctly level, you will have a gap all around, and then therefore maybe no electrical contact. And if it is a little bit out of level, it will contact somewhere around, and the system, it is how you detect you are not in level. So very simple setup, in fact. Yes, I am going to check if everything is insulated. It looks like so. So maybe we can then try to test it with a multimeter, but you can see it is very delicate, so I do not think I will be able to do it, but let's do it. Worst case scenario, it will be a fail, but at least I will try. So we have contact. I try to center it perfectly. Wow, you can see it is super delicate. And yes. What is going on with my multimeter, by the way? Yes, it is this. Okay. So super simple setup actually. Here no contact. Here contact. Okay. So I was not expecting something so simple. Really interesting. So I will finish, take it apart using the super micro fine Allen key here, which is number 1.27 millimeters, which must correspond to something in imperial. Actually, maybe it is not exactly the correct size for these screws, but it is working. But maybe, yes, it is a little bit loose. So this size is working, but you must have another size for, and I believe I have 1.56 millimeters, 0.89, and another set of this 1.27 or 0.05 inch. Interesting. You can see a lot of stuff on my bench. So let's undo the tiny screws here. It should allow to remove completely the middle piece. So you have obviously precision machined part here. Okay. So 2 aluminum cylinders that will fit with a little gap. And your focusing lens for your laser. Going to this nice mirror assembly. Little bit of electronics to manage it, and it is all. So these devices are worth quite a lot of money when working. Because obviously precision made, but now you can find customer grade laser levels. It's very cheap, less than 100 euros new. Even sometimes Lidl or Aldi has one for 30 or 40 euros. So I might try to grab one of those customer level things and take it apart and see how it is made. If we have also this kind of precision parts or not. It will be interesting to see, I believe. Okay, so it is all for this thing. Maybe I found the problem. I am not sure with loose wire in here, but obviously it was well connected, so and already not working. Nice gold laser diode in here. I will try to extract it to put it in a gold recycling. And it is all. I am left with a lot of imperial screws and a lot of tools to put back in storage. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. Bonus time. Will this tie break plate fit my Pentax Total Station from a previous video, for which I am still missing, by the way, the battery compartment here over the handle. Let's try it. Actually, almost, but not completely. Maybe it is because of this. We have a, yes, okay. We have a thing here, an index or something, and it is matching. Okay, nice. Now I can get rid of this. I have a proper plate for my Total Station, which is real good, because you know Total Stations are hard to find. I am happy I found this one, and I do not know if I will find another one another day, so this is not in the correct orientation, by the way. Okay, so it is really good. I have a proper plate for this one, and even the proper box to store it. Okay, really it is good. I am happy to have this thing. Real collector part. Very hard to find. So, thanks for watching. Bye bye.